All right, man. Shout out to the playback. Black Horseman here. Uh, I don't want to make no promises, but I'm just trying to, when you go through certain topics, you try to get it all out of your system and then go on to the next. And what I'm talking about is the Errol Spence first career loss, the reaction. If I compare it to, let's say, Deontay Wilder's loss, trying to think which one was worse, the reaction. Both had excuses. Both had emotional, a lot of emotional reactions on social media. And but I think that Errol Spence was more of a bigger figure in his city than Deontay Wilder was, or Deontay Wilder is, excuse me. And Dallas seemed like they really put Errol Spence on their shoulders, and they were riding with Errol Spence all the way through when he was winning. And now that he took his first career loss, it's like, is that loyalty still there? That's my question. Is the loyalty still there? Where's the loyalty? Should a loss cause this much of a reaction where, oh man, we don't believe this dude no more. He embarrassed us. He made us look bad. We talked all this stuff leading up for all these years. We talked all of this stuff about Errol Spence was the big stepper and this, that, and the third. And then he gets stepped on. He says it's gonna be a one-sided beatdown, and he was the one getting his ass beat down. And a lot of times people can't deal with that because of their ego. Because people like to attach themselves to winners. When things are going good, people want to be around. When the belts start accumulating, the money start accumulating, um, and all of the celebrities start gravitating towards that fighter, then you see the fans. They get right on board with it. Like, oh, this must be the dude. This must be the guy. And Arrow had a lot of casual fans, people that I guess had no idea about Bud Crawford, had no idea how mean that dude is in that ring, how focused that dude is in that ring, how he don't take no shortcuts, how he stays consistent. He's a gym rat, all of that stuff, right? A lot of people, I guess, missed that part. So since they have missed that part and they underestimated Crawford and they said that he wasn't good enough, he was too weak, he was too light in the ass, he never fought nobody, and his resume was weak. Since he still came out on top, do y'all still remain loyal to Errol Spence? Do you? Congratulations to them. They actually did better than I thought with the pay-per-views. They did about, I think the reports is like 700 some thousand. And hey, I paid my money for the pay-per-view. I participated for that event. So I can only control what I can control. And some people feel they should have done better. And but for the numbers we have been seeing the last few years, I think it's great because we've been seeing 180, 200, 320, and rarely do you see the 500,000, you know, area of pay-per-view buys. But they went beyond 500,000, so I was like, wow, cool. So I mean, congratulations to Spence and Crawford on the success that they had. And I don't know, man. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I'm low key upset. I felt like um Spence made a sacrifice, and y'all see how his fan base is doing. I even seen somebody from his own city talk about how the city is turning on Spence. I'm like, man, I can understand. Like, I can understand other cities and countries roasting and flaming. Yeah, we do that with everybody, getting it out our system. But for your own city to turn their back, and I don't know if this is accurate, but from what I'm hearing is that it's not the same energy. I don't know if they rocking with Spence the same way. And maybe it's because, like I said, he took the loss. And a lot of people don't want to be, they don't want to be associated with losses or losers. You know, maybe some of those Errol Spence fans, maybe they are now Crawford fans because Crawford beat him. So by default, maybe they jump to the fighter that damaged and beat the guy they thought was the best. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I just feel like, fighters, I mean these fans and the fighters, like, they gotta understand that they're in a brutal sport and they cannot rely on the fan support or the fan hype. Put it like that. The fan hype. You can't rely on that. And it's been said that fans can't fight for you. The fans were really doing a lot for Errol Spence leading up to the fight with Crawford. They were doing a lot. They were even making threats. I mean, they had all of this energy for Errol Spence. I mean, it was certain people that were showing up to my channel, just to say man down. And they don't have, and the topic I'll be doing would be something completely different. But they say man down, scrap season. I'm like, okay, all righty, Spence, Spence supporters, got you. But I mean, that energy is almost like, where y'all at? What happened to the the team Spence, where uh day in day out, no days off. It was all about Spence, you know. But yeah, man, a lot of these individuals, man, they are hopefully they're okay. Hopefully they are all right. And I hope Errol Spence is all right. Like, seriously, I hope Errol Spence is all right because it's gotta be devastating. It's gotta be. And not in the fact that he's getting humble, because that's part of life. But in the midst of you getting your humble pie, the people that's supposed to really be having your back and giving you the most love and support, it's like, and then it's like, you know, we just, as boxing fans and supporters, it's just, if you rock with somebody, rock with them, you know, because man, I can only imagine how Errol Spence is dealing with it mentally. Because Adrian Broner, like when he took his first loss to Marcos Maidana, man, he said them people vanished, dude. It was like a disappearing trick. Out of here. And man, you got to know who's real and who not. Because a lot of these fans don't be real at all. You know, they'll lie all the way up until you lose. Like, man, you the best in the fucking world, man. Shit, I love you. Anything you want. We out here for you. Then nigga take his first loss and no, the phone don't even ring. You know, because a lot of them don't want to even give. It's like it take energy to be able to say, keep calling, checking in. Hey, Smith, you all right? Because you got to go to a certain place. It's kind of uncomfortable because the dude got his ass beat flat out. Errol got his ass beat, and it can be uncomfortable for everybody involved. It's just like, I'll tell y'all a little story. I grew up around gangs, and I seen this Crip nigga get his ass whooped one time from a essay. There's a little tiny short little Mexican. My twin bro know, man. He on here. He know if he catching a playback. And I remember I was in junior high at the time, and The crib was tall. He looked like, oh man, this is gonna be an easy fight because the essay was so short. And yeah, as soon as the essay jumped out the van, them hands started flying quick, fast, and he wasn't ready to say the least. Punched out, kicked out, all kind of shit. And after the fight, his homies still had to walk with him. They had to take that loser walk, that walk of shame. The walk that. And I'm not trying to shit on Errol, but the walk that Errol had to walk, the walk that Errol had to make after the loss. Well, I believe Yella Beezy had his arm around his shoulder, and some of his people was just following him. Errol's trying to struggle to keep his eyes open because his shit is swole, and so it's like I've seen that before, and that's not a comfortable situation for the ones that were rooting for you, the ones that say that, yeah, we got your back. Yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying? We got your back. Till you take that L, and then they want to walk ahead of you. They don't even want to really walk with you. They want to walk ahead of you or some shit. So you got to know who really with you and who not. So I hope Errol understands who really with him. You know, I was watching that epilogue, and to be honest with y'all, man, I ain't gonna say, I'm not gonna point out who and no names on Errol Spence side, but in the some of the footage I was watching, and I was like, they didn't even care. Some people on Errol Spence side, it was like they didn't even give a fuck. I was like, damn, this motherfucker just got blasted by Bud Crawford, and y'all act like this is just, it's okay, everything's all right. No, it's not. It's not all right. It's not okay when somebody is think that they're invincible, indestructible force, and they get blazed. It's not all right. The money don't make it all right. Man, shout out to my homie Boxing God. We tried to told him, said Shelton Moore and Red Glove Militant. Shout out to my bro. It was a man down, just a wrong man down in their eyes. Facts. Rock with them, winning or losing. That's all I'm saying, boxing learner. Shout out to boxing learner. We gotta learn these lessons watching this sport. You know, it is so reflective of real life. You get in the sport, the wins and losses. Who with you when you up, and who's still gonna be with you when you down. You know, and Arrow made a tremendous amount of money, but this is a very ego-driven society. This is a very clout-driven society to where if your clout ain't up, a lot of people don't really want to mess with you. Just keep it real. If you ain't on top, if your record ain't squeaky clean, you undefeated, that's why everybody was gravitating to Floyd. Floyd makes a lot of people look good. Y'all got to get that part. Floyd Mayweather makes a lot of people look good just by them associating with Floyd, talking about Floyd, trying to hang out with Floyd, get an interview from Floyd. Why? Because he's an undefeated champion. He's a former undefeated champion. So a lot of people will rock with people based off their status, not because of who they are, their personality. Because a lot of it, you take the status and the money away from some of these people, a lot of these people wouldn't even kick it with them. Like, oh, I can't stand that motherfucker. Now that he broke, fuck that nigga. He ain't shit. Woo! Now I got a reason not to fuck with this nigga. He broke now, so fuck it. You know, that's how some people will get. Just depend on who you are. You know, some fans was man down, till the man down. I think he meant till the man down. Also, most Spence fans don't pay their debts. Damn. Shout out to the OG. You know, but I wish Errol nothing but the best, man. When you get knocked down, you just got to get back up. And I respect Errol for that. It wasn't like he stayed down on some Ryan Garcia type shit. It wasn't like Errol quit. Nobody ever called Errol a quitter. And people shouldn't be this crazy about this shit because this man actually did what he said he was going to do. He took care of his side of the street and he attempted to go after Bud Crawford's belt. Okay. But we all knew it had to be one winner. Unfortunately, he was the loser. All right. Niggas lose every day, B. A lot of people lose, man. But all I'm saying is, man, like that's what I say is the difference between real boxing real boxing fans and then these casual ass man fans. Casual ass man fans are like these people are you cannot depend on. You cannot rely on these people because they are going to leave the first opportunity or the first indication that there's an L on the horizon. They don't want to be associated with that. That yeah, shout out to my bro Durant Too Real for TV. He said sad, bro. They had all confidence in Arrow, but as soon as he loses to Crawford, they have all these excuses and conspiracy theories. So disgraceful and cowardly. Just a bunch of sore losers. Yeah, most definitely. Just a bunch of excuses. And this the energy shifted. Like y'all went from being some of the most toughest, most prideful, egotistical individuals out here on the internet talking that talk to now y'all investigators, detectives, you know? Y'all talking about gloves, y'all talking about PEDs, y'all talking about the man getting I heard a story about his drink getting laced or his water, his woman lacing him because they got in an argument. It's like knock it off, you know? They talked about Errol Spence looking like he smoked some weed. Hey, if Errol smoked some weed, he smoked some weed. Okay, I mean, hopefully he learned that lesson. That didn't help. Whatever you smoked, if you did smoke some weed, Errol, it did not help you, sir. That's another lesson in life. Don't do that shit again. You know what I mean? That was stupid if you did. Because I thought the same shit. I was like, damn, this nigga high. I'm like, Earl, you got some damn nerve showing up high at the biggest fight of your career. Oh well, I had already picked Bud Crawford anyways. I was like, oh well, you're gonna lose anyway. But I don't know what you think we gonna do, but whatever the matter, man, it does. It is over. It is over with, and you must be on point when it is a mega fight like this. You can't just drink anything. You can't just smoke anything. Okay, and you can't half step. You cannot half step at all. And fans have to just come to the realization that there's levels, man. Simply, it's just levels. And it's just these same ass type of boxing fans, man, that have these outrages when it's normal to lose in the sport of boxing. Wins and losses is quite normal. They change faces all the time. But for Deontay Wilder and for Errol Spence, y'all doing this shit. And it's disgusting, man. It just takes the passion out of the sport. Well, not for us, not for real boxing fans, but it's just a lot of times it makes certain media headlines and they gotta stomp it out. They gotta stomp that bullshit out. Like when Deontay Wilder shit hit the major headlines about cheating and then he never came out and proved it. Like it was just stupid. Like what if you're not gonna prove shit, if y'all not gonna go to court and pull out all this evidence and prove all of this shit and get your decision, get the fight reversed or whatever, then shut up. Y'all just talking. And the thing about it, it's not Errol Spence. Errol hadn't even said none of this stuff. It's just these fake fans, man. These people that act like they are boxing fans, but they're not. They're just mad that their ego and their emotions are crushed right now. And the only reason why your emotions or your ego will be crushed is if you put that shit into another person. You just you man fans. Y'all did that. Y'all wanted y'all's ego to be elevated by Errol Spence and Deontay Wilder and whoever else out there. It's crazy. You know, if Bud Crawford loses next fight, I'm gonna be just fine. You know what I mean? I don't do no shit like that. You know what I mean? I can be a fan of somebody, and when they lose, they lose. We talk about it. You know what I mean? We all here to learn and grow from this shit. And if they get their ass whooped, we're gonna talk about what they did wrong and what they should have did. Just like we did with Errol Spence. Errol should have been moving his head. Errol should have had defense. His defense was on uh -3. You know what I mean? Like when your face, and I'm not trying to shit on Errol. It's just my humble opinion. He's not an elite fighter. You have to have offense and defense to be considered elite. To me, you can't just go, oh yeah, this nigga got pressure. He a pressure fighter. He throw a lot of punches. He a volume puncher. That's sweet, man. That's cool. But what about when them punches is coming back? What about when them punches is coming back? Ain't nothing sweet about your face being disfigured, man. Nothing cool about that shit. Floyd talked about that. They talk about how Errol Spence gave Floyd work in sparring. We're talking about one of the best defenders, if not the best defender ever. You know, and then this man gets in there with zero defense with Terrence Crawford. You know, like man, instead of trying to beat up Floyd, you should have been in there trying to work on defense, bruh. Should have been, hey Floyd, you know, I really could put these hands on you because you just got out of jail, whatever, and um, I'm young, and I can blaze you right now. But can you teach me some defense because this nigga's my age, bro, that got hands too and power. So yeah, man. Errol was beaten into submission. That was fear. Boxing guy said he wasn't high. That was fear. Well, man, your fear is very deceptive looking. Shit. Errol Spence. Shout out to Modern Kane. And we ain't never done that shit. I've made predictions and the fighter I picked will lose. I'm back the next day, if not the same day, eating my crow talking about the shit. Okay. That is normal. Like I just, it just seems like a lot of you individuals that have been riding, this wave for so many years. Same thing they did with Deontay Wilder. I guess they think like when they win and they go on a consecutive winning streak, it might be 20 wins in a row, 30 wins in a row. They think they can't lose, I guess. They're like, oh well, this guy is gonna beat Floyd Mayweather's record. Remember they said that about Deontay? He's gonna beat Floyd's record. Then he got in there with Fury, and that was a lie. Like, that shit got ended quick, fast. Yeah, AJ Hellenius. Yeah, I heard about that. That wasn't worth my time today, OG Shelton. So shout out to AJ. You better not lose. AJ, you better not lose to Robert. If you lose to Robert, yeah, man, it's gonna be a different video. We got grown men crying over other grown men losing. Yes, we do. Red glove. Don't understand, man. This is how many days ago was that shit? Damn it. Smack gang crazy. Crawford pillaged the PBC village. Yeah, man. Antonio Tarver looks like a genius right about now. Yeah, quite a few people look like geniuses right about now. Because everybody thought Errol Spence was God's gift to earth or something, man. Just because he survived a car crash does not mean he was gonna be Bud Crawford. Like, I think that's kind of people who started thinking that, like, man, this guy is anointed. He is a nothing's gonna happen to Errol. This man survived a crash. There's no way he's gonna lose to Bud Crawford. He beat Concrete. How's Bud gonna beat him? Yeah, well, nah. Skills, bruh. Skills. Okay, Concrete don't throw punches back. I knew Errol's defense was fugazi, but damn, it was worse than expected. Yeah, man. You talk all that crap about Bud's resume, and then Bud went in there and looked like what? Bud was stronger than him. Look big. Bud was stronger than him, faster than him, had more power than him, smarter than him. And that's the main thing. Like going forward, like for a lot of y'all that try to make these predictions and stuff, even if it looked like it's even on paper, right? Pay attention. Who looks smarter? Who is the smarter guy in there? Okay, I pay attention to the thought, the thinking process of the fighter. You know, no disrespect to Errol Spence, but he was just kidding. I'm Moby Dick. I'm gonna flip the boat. I'm in down. I'm this. I'm that. I was like, I don't know about this shit. It's not quite convincing to me. I'm the biggest. I'm the stepper. I don't know about that. What you got to say about this, bud? I get active. I'm like, oh yeah, that nigga gonna win, dog. He get active. He ain't talking about that old imaginary Disney shit, Moby Dick and whatever he talking about, man. Nah. So sometimes go with the smarter, intelligent person. You know, it don't work like that all the time. But I'm just saying, man. Sometimes the lower IQ fighter, more times than not, they're gonna get blazed. Shout to Boxing Annex. Ooh, hey, you know what? And I hope not, man. One thing, I did some research on this one time, man. When actually this is when Errol, I think right after his accident, and it talked about the side effects of getting hit in the head like concussions and then drinking alcohol. Bad combination. So I just hope Errol is definitely didn't start drinking right after that fight because they said this slows up the healing process when you drinking alcohol after taking heavy blows to the head. You know what I mean? Pause. A draw and two L's later. Right. AJ versus a bigger dude should be interesting. He better not lose. He better not lose. I'm still on my conspiracy on Snack. His problem, Vicky Conti, is a heck of a resume. See, boxing antics. You weren't talking about that before the fight. That's the thing about it, man. That is the thing about it. Before the fight, none of this snack shit with Bud Crawford came up. Only thing y'all came up with, he's light in the ass. He ain't strong enough. He weak resume. Now it's Victor Conti. Now Victor Conti then cooked up a special for Bud Crawford. Is that what y'all telling me? See what I'm saying? People got to learn how to own the L's instead of coming up with some like light excuse. I've been seeing the light excuses. You know, oh Crawford won the fight, but what about Victor Conti? Nah, 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 nah. If that's the case, hey, Vada or nada. Like I say, man, Vada or nada. A-side Spence should probably make sure next time that it's some thorough testing if they didn't have it, because there was no transparency with Vada testing for this fight. So maybe next time, if y'all got any questions about Snack in a rematch, holla at Errol and tell them get that strenuous Vada testing going for both sides. On God and them, right? Red Glove, on God and them. On God. What's up, Martin? Yeah, I'm about to dip set though, man. I just wanted to address that. I just want to address, man, the boxing fans. Shout out to True Media, man. Just the boxing fans and how, like, uh, I feel for Errol, what he dealing with because, I mean, the rumors is that he's getting the Ryan Garcia treatment. You take your first L, that's two L's, man, in that camp, you know, as of recent. Ryan just joined that camp, but now Errol got a loss, and he was the face, really, of the camp, really. Even though Jamel was already undisputed, but Errol was the more popular guy in the camp. Now that he's lost, is it going to be the domino effect? Man, Jamel, I think he gonna lose to Canelo. Then he can come back down and see. I don't know what he gonna do if he gonna fight Zoo or Crawford, but we'll see. We'll see, man. Can't nobody say Spence was weight drained or nothing. Yeah, I didn't hear nothing about that crap. I was just hearing that Crawford ain't had no chance before the fight. They had Vada tested for 8 weeks. Conti said it. You know what? Conti may have said that, but Vada didn't say that on the website, bro. And that's my question. See, I don't be on Twitter like that. But if I really was on Twitter like that, I would be blazing that nigga's comment section like, so where did you get this information from? Because Vada report everybody else that's testing, but there's no transparency with Errol and Bud, right? Okay. All right. Okay, Victor. So I'm not saying I always 100% trust Victor in everything he say, but I'll just be telling people keep the same energy. A lot of people weren't talking about Snack before that fight. Don't know why PBC wanted to be kept a secret. Yeah, why is PBC keeping testing a secret? This isn't the first time either. This is not the first time. I don't understand that shit. Why is testing such a secret for the PBC? You know? But yeah, man. Hold up real quick. So yeah, man, I had a little time to do this quick live. Shout out to y'all that came through. Exactly. I don't get why they are so disclosed on Nevada. Yeah, man. Has done so far. I need to see some head moves. Otherwise, Derek getting another roasting session. Yeah, man. You don't want to take that many L's in the same year. I mean, if Derek can't unfold like that, that means 2023 is a curse for that man, bruh. Shit, Ryan, Spence, Jamel, and AJ. If they all take an L, oh, you know it's a curse. It'll be too many signs to show that. Yeah, man. Whatever you did, Derek, repent. Yeah, let me get out of here, man. Shout out to y'all that caught the playback. Shout out to Justin. Shout out to the homie Justin coming through, man. I am the Black Horseman. Shout out to the whole UGC. Make sure y'all visit the channels tab. Check out all the channels there. I probably got to add a few channels, man. But check out the channels tab. Subscribe, support. I'm not monetized no more, so if y'all want to support me, y'all want to keep, seeing this content, you know, hit up the Cash App. I dropped it in the live chat. I'm your boy Black Horseman. Till the next time, man. Y'all be safe. I'm out.